So there's one more piece. It's quite a substantial piece. Are there any other questions or comments or thoughts before this? I want to tell you one thing, and that is that this is actually only my second trip to Malaysia, and I was here in April just sort of scouting things out, but for 2 days. But I've been hearing about Malaysia my entire life because my mother was in the Peace Corps in what was then called Semangam. It's
oh my God, it's Sarawak.
Oh my God, she is a Sarawak. There we go.
And so I visited Sri Aman. I went to Sri Aman on Tuesday. Her name's Phoebe Gallagher. I can show you the pictures.
What year was she in?
69, 70, and 71 at St. Luke's School.
Well, anyway, I'm sure you have much to talk about. You want to sit next to each other during dinner.
Well, so what I did is she had these pictures. I don't really know anything about it except from her accounts, and she just said simple things like we had to sweep out the scorpions every morning. And
what school did you teach?
St. Luke's.
Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah.
Mission school.
So she has these pictures from I'm going to say Sri Aman because everyone says it. She's been saying Semangam for a long time. It changed in '74, I think. Yes. That's what I learned. But she had these pictures, and some of them were of the school grounds and things like that. So I just tried to find, and actually the people who were showing me around were really into this. They wanted to find the exact angle of the photo so I could take the same photo today and have like a 1969 versus 2012, and it's amazing. I didn't meet anyone that knew her, but this was precipitated, by the way, because it's the 50th anniversary of the Peace Corps this year, and the U.S. Embassy had a sort of a retrospective exhibit. I played a concert at the Sarawak Library. And actually the exhibit wasn't there, it's somewhere else now, but it was there, it started there. So it's one other little tidbit.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there we go, 2 degrees of separation. 2 degrees. Yeah.
But that's the spirit of this 88 concert tour. The more I travel, the smaller the world gets, as you might imagine. I mean, it's just incredible. So this last piece is also a miracle of economy of means, just like the first one. This is one of my favorite pieces. Possibly, arguably, one of the greatest pieces written for piano. It's by Franz Liszt. It's called the Sonata in D minor. If you know anything about Liszt's life, you know it was one of extremes. So during his life, lots of touring, lots of womanizing, lots of drugs, lots of composing, lots of promoting of other composers' music. Later in life, Catholic monk, introspective, big polarity, sacred and profane. It's present in a lot of his music. It's very obvious in this piece. This piece is built on 4 main motifs, and I play them for you because they occur all the time throughout the piece. The first one is sort of the Catholic imagery. This would be descending into hell. So you'll hear that throughout the piece. 2 repeated notes followed by the descending scale. That's in the profane category. The next motive is also in the profane category. Next one is also in the profane category. This one's transformed a lot. So it starts there, later it becomes this. Same exact sort of fragment and having to be present in just totally different emotional contexts. The last motive is sort of like a German hymn melody. That motive throughout is sort of on the sacred side of things. So you hear this polarity throughout the piece, and I'm going to leave it up to you to decide which sort of force comes out at the end of all this and wins, so to speak. Mm-hmm.